Hey Aquarius, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your October 2024 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right. Aquarius, you have some powerful cards coming out right away. You have inner child, detox, and conflict. There may be something in the month of October that you are asked to face, okay? Asked to face. This could be subconscious. It may even be a wound that may be blocking some sort of happiness or success. And I feel like this is the month to bring balance. I mean, why not? Libran energy is all about balance, right? But this is about you finding healthier ways to deal with conflict, possibly finding healthier solutions when it comes to embracing your happiness and finding your joy and magic in life. Now, you have here the Eight of Pentacles, putting in the work, mastering your craft, putting in your best effort. You have the Eight of Wands. Things may look like they're finally starting to move forward here for you. Yeah, Knight of Swords, taking action. You could be finding out information this month. This could be a time where you're receiving a lot of downloads, a lot of messages from Spirit. There may even be some sort of proof or evidence that you've needed to come out of a cycle. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the start of a new life. Yeah, look at that, because you have the Death card, Scorpio season, which is in full effect at the end of October, October 23rd. And you have the High Priestess, listening to your intuition. So powerful energy coming in. But I am getting a little bit of a tug of war between what you want versus something you can't have. But it's being able to cut something out in order to have what it is that you truly want. But it's like, I want my cake and I want to eat it too, right? It's like you not wanting to be patient about a situation, or perhaps some of you have been a little too patient and it's come up to a crossroads where there's going to be some sort of conflict resolution here for you, Aquarius. Conflict resolution. And and that's going to be the change. You do see the Death card here, so there could be an ending to how things were done in the past. If there was, a part of you that acted out of fear due to a wounded piece of your inner child, some sort of facet that didn't get what you needed at a time in your life when you needed it most, right? Maybe you needed emotional connection. Perhaps you didn't have the financial means. Maybe there were other blockages as a child that you didn't have much say over. But as an adult, you have this sense of awareness and responsibility to heal and to look at something from a new perspective, because you're not that child anymore, but you still need to nurture him or her. And I feel like you're heading towards a lot more happiness, but it does feel like there was a little bit of a battle going on, maybe a battle of the ego, battle of, it feels for some of you, a people-pleasing part of you, or wanting to stay true to a situation because you may have felt like you owed it to someone or something, or your path, or perhaps you feel like you had to stay in a path because you spent so many years on it already. It almost feels like the time, some sort of timing accumulated, and you felt like you owed it to yourself to continue moving forward because you've already put so much time in it. But I feel like you're reevaluating things here, and you're saying, wait a second, just because I put time and energy into it, if I'm not receiving anything in return, why am I still on this path? And that may be what you are cutting out, or what is transforming here for you. because I do see major transformation showing up in the form of, Scorpio season, but I also see here the start of a new life. And this is a life that aligns more with your spiritual self, your spiritual goals. And you have the stone as your archetype. I feel like a hard belief that you may have had since childhood, or some sort of conditioning that has been ingrained into your fibers, into your energy, into your very being itself, is being shifted in a very profound way. And that's difficult to do. If you've been doing something the same way for 20 years, chances are you're going to continue to do it, right? But when we get sick and tired of being sick and tired is when we change. And I feel like there's something you are pursuing in a healthier way. This can be about you taking care of your health, feeling more vibrant, feeling more playful. For some of you, things got real serious here real quick. And I see that you could be expanding with the Eight of Wands. This is maybe getting out of your comfort zone, relocating, traveling, moving. Some of you could be moving around furniture. I am getting shifting your environment in some way is going to help you overcome conflict, okay? Conflict within yourself. So this inner child is your first card out. This is that child within, that little Aquarius who really wants to feel joy and happiness and warmth and passion and magic, because we tend to lose that energy of magic as we grow, as we evolve, as we age. It doesn't mean that that magic goes anywhere. We just disconnect from it. And I feel like there's a part of you that is being reborn in a sense. So this could be a childhood dream. This could be something deep within yourself that maybe you pushed away as a young child, or, as you were growing, because it was a defense mechanism, or because perhaps you had a parent that said, you're too much over here. We got to rein it in so you can be all that you can be in this area, right? Just focus on this scholarship or what you're good at, but don't worry about this other thing over here, because that's not where you're going to make money, or that's not where you're going to be happy. So it almost feels like, even if you had the biggest cheerleader in a sense, or even if you had the most traumatic childhood, it doesn't have to be, just trauma, just, a deep wounded childhood. Sometimes it can even be the opposite, growing up in a family who really, really strives for perfection, strives for the best grades or the best academic achievements or scholarships in sports, whatever it may be. I feel like there is a part of you that then conditioned yourself that this is who you must become in order to be happy. And I feel like you're reevaluating that, Aquarius. You're saying, wait a second, I'm a grown-ass adult here. I want happiness for myself. And you're looking into your life. You're looking into your life almost through the lens of a kaleidoscope is what I feel. Those little things that you'd put up to your face and turn it, and it would be very colorful. And for some of you, it feels like you've been living in black and white, right? Living in black and white, like all or nothing, or just the main emotions of, happy or sad. And it feels like there hasn't been tons of that in between. And that's what you are being asked to explore, is that inner child within. And I see a lot of yellow here. Yellow is directed to the solar plexus. That's our power. That can be our personal power, feeling empowered. It is our confidence. It's stepping outside of our comfort zone. It can also be related to the stomach issues. It can be mid-back region as well. If this is out of balance, we don't feel as confident as we truly are, but we don't feel as confident because we've been told for one reason or the other that we're not good at something, or, you're not going to excel, or you've had a repeat show up in your life that's knocked you down a notch. And you're like, well, wait a second, maybe that's not, the best for me. And I feel like you're regaining a sense of confidence this month, and you're choosing healthier options. Some of you are really taking a look at your health, You know, what can you eat or drink, or what types of people can you surround yourself with that bring out that vitality in you, right? The people that you surround yourself, the foods that you put into your body, the things that you listen to and watch, and your educational materials, all of that plays into our beliefs, right? And how we condition ourselves daily. And I feel like you're choosing here things that excite you, things that empower you and motivate you to feel more alive. And this is quite beautiful. You could be working with the inner child. Some of you work with children. You could be parents. This could be teachers. Some of you are teachers of some sense. You could be working with nutrition, wellness, health, or healing. I also see you going maybe on a cleanse, maybe on a fast. This could be a diet of some sort, or just working on, you know, healing the body from the inside out. And you're releasing a lot this month. You're withdrawing from toxicity, from drama. This could be people, this could be thoughts, this could be patterns and habits. But in order to do so, you must first be aware of what they are and where they come from and why, right? Why do you feel the need to attach something unhealthy, or why do you feel the need to replay out that belief over and over, even if it is holding you back? And that's what October is all about, Aquarius, is embracing the light and the shadow. And this has been a theme. If you've watched your other signs, maybe your moon or your rising, or maybe you've watched for someone else, you're going to see the common energy, the common theme between all signs this month is the light and the shadow aspect. Now, 10 is all about endings. 10s are endings, but it also breaks down to a 1, which is new beginnings. So 10s are endings that bring in new beginnings, and that's what October represents. Now, yes, you have the conflict card, which can be a little bit of that tug of war. But if you look underneath here, it says solutions, overcoming obstacles, taking a look at your triggers, taking a look at where there's adversity in your life and opposing views and even competition, because you're looking at some of these fears head on. And when you look at it head on, you have a vantage point here, an advantage point. And I feel like that is when you encompass, you know, the larger scale of things, and you're able to see it from not just the black and white, but that kaleidoscope of color. And that's how you overcome some of these obstacles here. Now, we'll take a look at money, we'll take a look at love, health, but let's start off with the tarot. You have the 8 of Pentacles. Now, how interesting that we have a cook or a chef in the kitchen. So some of you are chefs. I'm getting like the chef's kiss. So you could be experimenting this month with a craft. You could be getting inventive or getting experimental here with this 8 of Pentacles. This is about you loving your work and gaining knowledge, gaining education, and dedicating yourself to learning more about what inspires you. You're staying curious, and I feel like you're also utilizing the tools and resources. It reminds me of one of those cooking shows like Hell's Kitchen or something of that nature, where they give you, you know, a certain amount of different foods, and you have to make what you have with what you got, right? Or you have to make some sort of dish up with the resources that are available. And that's kind of what I see here for you. But you may not realize that you have more resources than you know what to do with that can really create a masterpiece. And the 8 of Pentacles is you staying curious and figuring out what those things are for you. So some of you, you're definitely going in deep. And I see, because you have this scorpionic energy, and the end of the month is when we switch into Scorpio season, you're going deep and you're discovering talents, you're discovering gifts, you're discovering parts of who you are in certain partnerships, in certain dynamics. And I feel like by you taking this approach, by you taking a healthier approach to situations, I feel like you're going to find healthier, you know, solutions here. And that's why you have this conflict card, because You're going to overcome obstacles that you've been facing. And maybe in the past you thought, well, maybe I don't have the resources, or maybe I don't have the cookbook in front of me, right? To be able to tell me what I need to do step by step. And I feel like this is a month where that cookbook appears. It appears through divine interaction. It could be through signs, through symbols, through perhaps some of you, there's actually a message or communication. And I hope you're following me here. The cookbook is not an actual cookbook, but it is some sort of detailed plan, or it allows you to feel more structure on your path. It's ideas, it's curiosity, but it's also about you not just following the rule book or, following it word for word. I feel like you're expanding upon something. You're adding your own touch to a situation. And that's why you have authenticity in your energy. I feel like there is an energy here of authenticity. Now, you're going to receive some sort of messages. I felt that, and here it is at the bottom of the deck. This is incoming news. Could be from the divine. It could be from a coworker, a potential partnership or collaboration. This could be from a family member or a lover. There's going to be an announcement, and I sense that this communication is important. Now, we also have signs and symbols. We talked about this. This is going to be spirit communication. Pay attention to the numbers, okay? That could be big for you. Pay attention to other people's energies, because Aquarius, you are highly intuitive and you're able to pick up on energy. And I feel like you are someone who does tap into that universal collectiveness, and you're able to pay attention to dreams, not just the dreams that you have while you sleep, but your daydreams. And I feel like you're becoming more and more aware of what's going on within you and how it plays out in your external world. You have teamwork. If there has been some sort of adversity here, if there has been a situation where you didn't feel supported, or you didn't feel like you had the help or the financial means, I keep getting resources for you. And even though we don't have a card specifically that would tie to the resources, well, I mean, High Priestess, she can connect to her spiritual resources, her spiritual tools. But I also feel with this Eight of Pentacles, I mean, that is resourcefulness. That is about you using everything that you have out there. And I feel like you really are making, lemonade out of lemons. And I see here that there's help coming in for you. There's some sort of support, guidance, resource, or aid of some sort. This is a team project, co-creating. Remember, your biggest manifesting partner is spirit, which is why you end on the High Priestess. So some sort of message that comes in that may allow you to expand and work with others, or, heal something that has been more than just you. Maybe other people were involved. This could be family. This could be community. It could be a friend dynamic. You're receiving important messages that's going to lead to more happiness. You have the Sun. Basically, the bliss is the Sun card. And this is a yes. If you've come to this reading wondering, am I going to get that job, or is this going to be approved, or, whatever it may be for you, I feel like this is a yes. Things are going to move in a new direction for you with that Eight of Wands, which is also the card of messages. So you're going to receive some sort of news that allows you to hone in on your craft, for you to focus a little more on your talents. And not just, you're not just making this big old meal just for yourself. And again, we're talking symbolically here. You're using these resources to be able to feed a bunch, right? So everybody can sit at the table and enjoy what you've created. And I see that you may even have people coming in helping you out in this endeavor. And I feel like everybody is going to share in on it. Everybody's going to have a seat at the table, at least the people that are meant to be at the table. So I'm liking this for you. I feel like you deserve a seat at the table because you've put some hard work in, and you have double eights showing up here. Eight of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is the Looking Glass Railway. So there's definitely progress that happens quickly, because it's almost as if, you know, now that you have that recipe, or now that you have that cookbook in front of you, now you're able to, you know, bada bing, bada boom, you're able to get it done, and you can add, you know, as you go. You can put a pinch of salt in, you can do this and try that, but at least you have some sort of, you know, direction that maybe you didn't feel like you had before. You were just winging it, okay? And now we see the Knight of Swords coming in here. Here's the evidence. Here's the cookbook. Basically, Knight of Swords is swift action. It's precision. It's sharp mind. This is someone who charges ahead with intellect, because, you know, they have the information that they need. And if they don't, you know, they're going to look for it here. There is a message here about not letting things slip by or go so fast that you don't realize that something is burnt. So again, we're going to go back to the kitchen analogy. Let's say that you step away for a moment and you get sidetracked and you forget that you have some brownies in the oven and they're baking. And yes, you had a timer, but sometimes, you know, we step out of the room and you don't hear that timer going off, and 10 minutes later you come back and the brownies are burnt. Don't let something, you know, don't neglect something, or don't let the busyness or the hecticness or chaoticness, I don't think those are words, the chaos, or, you know, the busyness of what's going on around you distract you from some sort of mission, is basically what I'm getting here. So try not to let because this is quick. This is fast energy. And we don't want to burn those brownies. We want to be able to enjoy them and pull them out when they're ready, because you don't want to start over on something again. And I see Ace of Pentacles says, here it is. Here's the gift. This is the start of a new life. It's a positive reward, right? Positive reward is those brownies that you've been slaving over, that you've been pouring your blood, sweat, and tears into, right? And the start of a new life is being able to enjoy the brownies. Maybe you haven't had them in a long time. Maybe you've never had them, right? And this is a gift. This is, you know, an inheritance. It could be a new job. It could be success. Whatever your brownies are for you, okay? It just feels like, and someone, it could be brownie points, right? It's like someone could be kudos to you, Aquarius. They're saying job well done. I feel like there is some sort of brownie points here for maybe a craft or a project that you have finished or completed. Maybe in the nick of time. It's like the deadline. You've mastered something, and I feel like because you didn't get distracted, because you stayed consistent here, you've mastered it in the amount of time that, you know, maybe some people it would have taken a lot longer, but for you, I feel like you were precise. You used your knowledge, your intellect. I mean, you are the Knight of Swords. Ace of Pentacles, tap in those slippers 3 times. There's no place like home. You feel like you've come back home to yourself, to your true soul self, with the High Priestess here. And for some of you, you veered off track, because I see the 3 of Pentacles and the Death. And sometimes it feels like we need to come back and rescue ourselves. The 3 of Pentacles is Dorothy's rescue here. And it's basically, you know, when Dorothy gets taken by the flying monkeys and the lion, the scarecrow, the tin man, you know, all those aspects of our own psyche, the courage, the heart, and the brains. That's when we utilize those tools, those resources that we have, Aquarius, to, you know, save ourselves, right? Save ourselves. And of course, this can be teamwork. Teamwork making the dream work. And I do see, because you have the teamwork card showing up here for you, there is some sort of collaboration. This is about, you know, you being able to move forward and maybe even attract new tribe members. But because we have the Death card, it may be that you've had to end certain contracts. You've had to step out of this table over here because you didn't belong there, or maybe you had to kick people off of your table. But you deserve a seat at the table that is going to say, Aquarius, your food tastes good, right? Aquarius, job well done. I'm grateful to be here. Here are the blessings. Let's connect. Let's talk. Let's work things out. Let's find solutions, right? We share this journey together. We're in this together. So whether this be family, whether it be a group project, or whether it be a new profession, whatever's happening here for you, I feel like you finally are sitting at the right spot. And instead of playing the whole musical chairs game, I feel like the music has stopped here in some way, shape, or form with the Death card. And I feel like you're exactly where you need to be at this time. And you're going through this transformation that's going to put you at the right seat at the right time with the right people. Wow. Now we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess could mean that you've been working in silence. Maybe you've been keeping to yourself about a situation. Perhaps you've been really working on your spiritual practice. This could be a reminder to not get distracted where you put your spiritual practice to the back burner, whatever that may be for you. Maybe it's meditation, breath work, yoga. It could be reading. It could be going out for a walk, getting out in nature. Maybe it's taking a nice long bath and just tuning into the portal of you, right? So I see a reminder here with this High Priestess to trust your intuition to guide you forward. Yeah, and there is a call. There's a call being made. I see with the High Priestess, there are, there's a chess game in front of her. So you have some sort of move to make because your intuition is telling you that it's time. It's time to make this move. And for some of you, yes, that's going to mean ending a situation in order for you to step towards something that really fulfills you. I see that here with the Eight of Pentacles, but we have to be willing to step outside the comfort zone of that solar plexus, right? Feel confident, feel empowered. Let's take a look at career, money, wealth, and abundance. This looks really good. You're manifesting change here. Now, some of you, it says, if you have an idea in mind, which Aquarius, you are the inventor, you are the master of ideas. It says, if you have an idea, this is giving you the green light that there is a need for it. There's a need for it. If you have an idea, it's coming to you through spirit, through your intuition, that says, wait a second, I think people could utilize this. I think they could benefit. I think they could heal. They could work with this. So whatever that is for you, don't be afraid to explore it. Don't be afraid to hone in on that craft. Consider careers in retail, e-commerce, or goods and services. Some of you are taking your business online potentially. You could have maybe a brick and mortar. For others of you, I feel like you could make things. You could be crafty. Maybe you make your own juices. Maybe you, create healing jewelry, crystal jewelry. There's something here about you creating or expressing yourself through your creativity and helping others or selling it through goods and services. I'm getting like Amazon or Etsy. It says save time and energy and add passive income, taking your business online. Beautiful. Science. Keep an open mind. Something is unfolding for you, Aquarius. You could be a chemist. You could be in forensics, a biochemist, or anything in the field of science. Some of you out there love those murder mystery, or perhaps you said, I should have been a lawyer. I should have been a researcher. There's something about you having a brilliant mind. And I also see some of you may have even watched the show Shark Tank, because I'm getting an energy here of you inventing something, or you coming up with a patent, or you coming up with a brilliant idea. Maybe it's an app. Maybe it is, something online, a portal or a community of some sort that helps people see things or takes things to the next level. You help people understand things by going a step deeper than normal. Because the scientist there, she's looking through the lens. And maybe that's that kaleidoscope that I was picking up on earlier. It's instead of seeing things black and white, you're seeing a wide range because you are honing in on it. You're focusing on it, and you have the tools, right, that you need to understand something more in depth, more than what just meets the human eye. Apply a scientific approach to your business or financial problems. So something is under the scope here. There could even be an evaluation. There could be some sort of scrutiny, okay? Some sort of scrutiny that's taking place. Again, I feel like your skills and talents are on display, but I actually feel like you're going to pass with flying colors. Maybe there's a test, or maybe this is a test from the universe, but because you've put in the work and you're willing to do it, do the task at hand, I feel like there's good news coming your way. Good news that's going to lead to a new beginning. Because you're manifesting change. It says you have all the tools you need, which we've just said that like 5 times in your reading. You have all the tools that you need to increase your income. Good fortune is coming soon. An opportunity may come where you can showcase your talent. We just said that with the 8 of Pentacles. You are able to showcase yourself, put your skills out there, put them online, or, put them to good use in some way, shape, or form. And again, I feel like this is a childhood dream. Maybe it's helping children. Maybe it's a children's book. It could be health that can heal, something quite profound. I feel like for some of you, this is big. This is like a cures for something, or it really helps people work on something that's been maybe lifelong for them, maybe since childhood. And then you're manifesting change. It says there's a change for the better coming your way. Embrace it. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean that it's not happening. But I see that this is the month you're actually going to see it physically. That's why you have the 8 of Pence. And it says sometimes to see the change, you must be the change. You are a change maker is what I'm getting here. You are a change maker. Aquarius, you are here to set the bar in some way, shape, or form for other people to grow, to strive, and to flex their own muscles, their own talents, right? Their own genius within them. And I feel it starts with you. Let's take a look at love. What do we have here for love? Some of you may also be, ending an old way of doing things, or unhealthy patterns, ending an old job because you receive news of something new. You could even be mastering your craft or taking a class here in a new arena after something has ended here. Or you could be putting an end to it in order to have a new beginning. And it's gonna be that, again, the music stops, musical chairs, instead of kind of just going through the motion. I feel like you're something stopping here for you. And I feel like you're going to be put in exactly the place you need to be at the right time with the right people. So let's look at love. Oh, wow. Someone getting married? Someone could be getting married this month. I feel like a lot of signs have been getting the engagement ring, or you could potentially be married already. I do see that if you're single looking for love, you could have a soulmate coming in here. Soul connection, partnership, soul contracts. This is lifelong. It's lifelong because you have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the 8 of Pentacles. You want to put in the work here. You want this higher commitment. This is eternity for you. Some of you, this is soulmate with the inner child. Okay, it's someone that you have had a lifetime with prior. Maybe you share a very similar upbringing or background. I also feel some of you that may be in cahoots in a negative way. There's been some conflict between you and a loved one. There could be an ending this month that does bring in an opportunity for you to have more fulfillment, have a commitment that feels good, feels secure, feels unconditional, or at least reciprocal with the giving and receiving. Someone could be blowing a chef's kiss. Wow. Someone's blowing a chef's kiss, and I feel like it could be because there's some sort of affection coming in. Okay, affection coming in. We also have abundance. You may have been focusing on your money more so than love. Okay, that may be about to change. Maybe you're shifting things up here and you can have a little bit of both. I feel like this is a positive mindset, and it says manifesting here, Aquarius. So you are manifesting. I'm getting the big bucks. You're manifesting the big bucks. This is gratitude and bliss. This is blessings. Some of you are going to receive a bonus. Okay, there could be some sort of an inheritance. And I say that because we do have the death card. So of course, I mean, typically that does not mean actual death. This is only if it's already something you know about or you're aware of. But I am getting inheritance with that death. But I also see for some of you, this could have been something in the past that helped you in some way, shape, or form. Okay, we have you healing. We have you healing, and you have been working through some sort of healing, maybe from childhood. And I feel like there was some heartbreak. There was some toxicity, maybe even abuse of some sort, or even addictions. You've been working on healing the heart, and it's actually the hearts here, February, which is for some of you your birth month. And it does look like, you know, maybe around Valentine's Day. Some of you could be, you know, born on Valentine's Day, or February 14th, 15th, or even the 13th could be significant here. You specifically may have gone through a lot of, you know, heartache, but I feel like good things are coming your way with the soulmates and the engagement. Okay. So you're stepping up into a new chapter of love. And a lot of you, you're going to work on some sort of partnership, because this is a lifelong partner that you are with or are calling in. For those of you that are single, you're definitely calling in a spiritual union, a spiritual partnership. And it could be that you start out as friends. It could be you meet in a friend group. It could meet while you're out, you know, doing your thing, honing in on your craft. You know, maybe it could be at a marathon. It could be at a sporting event. It may even be where there's competition with the conflict card. I feel like you are connecting with someone and you're realizing that you really are compatible, that you work well together. And if the opposite is true, I feel like you're making a big decision to embark upon a new path and release something from your life that just doesn't hold credibility. It's not something that you want to put energy and effort into, because it's spiraling out of control and it just doesn't feel like it's in true alignment with your spiritual self. Okay. Now, last but not least, Aquarius, you have the stone. Now, I am getting the stone showing up as both. It feels like both a challenge and a blessing at the same time. And I do feel like you're breaking something open within. Now, this can be the eternal. This can be the rock or the anchor. As an archetypal object, the stone holds psychic and literal weight. Its energy is one of permanence, concreteness, and reliability. The stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceptible to us, as it changes ever so slowly over countless human lifespans. A single stone may see thousands of generations come and go. Therefore, it contains an ancient and eternal presence. The stone is best used to anchor our wild side, so no matter how far we roam, we can always find our way back. The stone tethers us to earth, helping to ground and connect us to stillness, quiet, and peace. When this card appears, it is likely the stone is a remedy for what ails us. Humble and easily unnoticed, the power of the stone balances the frenzy of our world. Now, when this is showing up as the light aspect, this can be steadfast, it can be loyal, committed, and present. But when it's showing up in the reverse, remember what I said about the brownies overcooking, because we get distracted and disassociate ourselves from the task at hand. It can feel cold, it can hold us back, or it can even feel very weighted, right? Weighted down. Build a cairn in nature. Find inspiration in Andy Goldworthy's stone egg forms. Now, I believe a cairn, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, isn't that, you know, where you put the stones on top of each other, maybe even build a circle. So getting out in nature can help you find, you know, building one of those can help you stay in the moment and connect to nature, but it's also about patience, and it's also about versatile, you know, being versatile, versatility here. In Jewish mourning traditions, Stones are left at graves rather than flowers. Sit with this vision for a moment and see what unfolds. Yeah, interesting. I did not know that about the Jewish tradition, but it makes sense, right? I'm carrying crystals or stones everywhere with me, but the stones do carry ancient knowledge, and crystals and stones was mentioned here in your reading. So some of you may be working more so with the earth, with products that are based on planet Earth here, such as rocks and maybe foods, things of that nature. If you want to go deeper, take a look at Caspar David Friedrich's A Walk at Dusk. So the stone can both be something that helps you reconnect to yourself, Aquarius. If we become so far off, there's that cord, right, that connects us back always. It's us that disconnect or walk away from that at times as we go through life's ups and downs, life's responsibilities. And I am getting the rock sometimes, like it says, can weigh you down. And that is something you may be working on, finding balance in a lot of chaos or in busy times, or when things feel like so much going on and it's over in the blink of an eye. Like, where did that time go? How did the last 10 years, how is it already here? And I just feel like you may be wanting to slow things down a little bit. You may be wanting to center or come back to you. And some of you may even be looking to, again, your childhood for answers in some way, shape, or form. It's like you want to live more of a simplistic life. You want more play. You want more curiosity in a sense, and more wonder and awe. And I feel like you're tapping into a part of yourself that you felt disconnected from for quite some time. This is an opportune month to open up to new beginnings, new doorways with that Ace of Pentacles. That is what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so very much, Aquarius, for being here. Lots of love.